As far as for this upcoming season, and the Seattle Seahawks defense and their pass rush and their run stuffing ability is going to be heavily reliant on Derrick Hall coming majorly forward from where he was last year. It wasn't there last year in all the ways you could want, really. He had a great training camp. Everything looked to be good to go. It seems like there was a shoulder injury that he was then fighting through after that point, and it was hampering him down. He neither gave you the run defense or anything as a pass rusher. To the point in time, Seahawks really were, I think, limiting his snaps because they just weren't getting anything out of him, and you needed it desperately from the team last year. You can't just ride with your starting two edges and say, we'll be good to go for a whole season on that. You've got to rotate these guys through. You've got to have insurance for the injuries that are going to occur. And luckily here at Derrick Hall, throughout training camp, we've heard, looks different, looks locked in, looks ready to go, looks like he's going to take that big step forward. And by all accounts in this game, from what you saw from him, second leading tackler in this game, played a lot of snaps on this defense today. That's what he showed you. Let's take a look at a couple of these snaps really quickly. I'm not going to go too hugely into the tape on this one. But first and foremost, it begins with run defense with Derrick Hall, in that he's got to be a great run defender for us. We can put a Darrell Taylor out there as a situational pass rush, and he can rotate through there with guys, and that's fine. We need to have better run defense. We need harder edges set in this run defense, and that doesn't just mean throwing Draymond Jones out there 24/7. It means the guys other than Uchenna and Boye settling into that role in that position. Here he's going to show you in a couple of these cut-ups some improved run defense. I like about this here is he's shooting the gap. So he's basically going from outside to your left. This is 58 you're going to be looking at. So I don't have the marker here, but you're going to be looking at Derrick Hall as your outside left edge here from your perspective of things. He's going to crash inside and just muck this whole play up. There's no real hole in here. He just reads it all the way, though. Never concerned about an outside run here. Why? Because he's got the outside blitzer coming off the edge of Nakata. So crashes inside, mucks up the edge here. Pretty much all of the snaps you got from him in this game, I think, and most of the snaps in the run game were solid snaps one way or the other. Here's a pitch play to the outside. You're going to have Derrick Hall to the right now. So you've got Mike Morris as your left edge here, as far as from your perspective, and then Derrick Hall over there as the other edge to the far side. It's going to be a pitch play outside. Derrick Hall tracks it all the way through, fights through Joe Alt's block, comes over there and lays a nice little hit at the end. Another nice play, tracks it, gets off the block. Last year, he might have gotten kind of stuck on that block. Shows off a little bit of that athleticism he has. He's not a pure quick guy, but he's athletic. He's got a little bit of that sort of young Frank Clark kind of athleticism too, for being but yet having kind of a bigger body to him a little bit. Just good play. Nothing groundbreaking about this, but just was solid against the run all day long. Another one here. We've got him off the left edge, back on that left side here. Reads it, scrapes down, makes the tackle. Reads the quarterback, gets down the ball carrier. Remember, first here, he's got to eliminate, make sure that the quarterback doesn't take this, because he's the outside guy here, right? He's got the outside leverage, so he's got to make sure he 100% verifies that running back's got that ball before he takes him. And nothing huge, just makes the tackle, comes down there, makes the play. Pass rushing was also a place that showed up here in this game from him, I thought. He did have a sack that I'll show you in a sec, was kind of a freebie sack. But he was also able to get some pressure at times here too. Controls the hands. See how he's got the hands controlled here? He's doing the catch him under the, you catch him under their wrists, and then you lift their wrists up. And you can throw those guys back. See how he kind of throws them back? That's the power he's got a little bit there. Whoa! Even the running back can't get in and chip. He's like, I can't even get him and chip. He's throwing you at me. How do you do that? And yeah, watch a little bounce. Whoa! Loses control, turns sideways. You kind of have won the rep when that happens. And almost, if this quarterback wasn't trying to throw the ball like it was a hot potato all day, Hall might have had a little bit more. Still able to still able to get a pressure in there. Show it one more time from the rip. Boop. Legit power from Hall. And that little hand catch technique thing here. This was a move that a kid out of Alabama last year was a master at. If you catch the hand like that and you lift it over their head, you got them. Another pass rusher up here from Hall. Coming off the left side. Again, just power. Works it to kind of an inside counter. Quarterback ends up off his feet. It's a close pressure. He's the closest guy creating pressure on this play. We got a little counter inside. Hall back over on the right side. A little bit of alt on Derrick Hall action here. So top 10 first round pick here for your Chargers going up against Derrick Hall. You think he's got some power? You think he's got some strength? It's a 6'8", 350-pound man that he slides backwards pretty effortlessly. Got alt hopping like a toad afterwards. Look at this. He beat him so bad he turned him into a toad. Ribbit. Ribbit. That's good power. That's good old power right there. And he's got legit power. Last one, the one he got the sack on. Now look, did he get the sack because Byron Murphy got this done? He's coming off of the left-hand side this time. Does he get this sack because Byron Murphy is able to first get his hands on the quarterback and cause this to happen? Yes. Yeah, kind of. But does he also make this happen by creating the pressure to flush the quarterback up to Murphy? That's the part maybe we haven't noted here as much. Quarterback's dropping back. Now he notices, oh, look at this. Hall's got the edge. That doesn't look like the guy's got him, does it? Doesn't look like the lineman's going to be able to take care of that. Part of this is a McDonald's special, by the way. When you have a guy in a wide 9, he's going to be like outside the shoulder, not just outside the shoulder, but an extra length outside the tackle's shoulder. You've got Derrick Hall in like a wide 11 or wide 12 here. He's so wide. So that's really going to really press that tackle. Don't look at the tight end 84. Look at 67 and how he's got to get out there to meet him on the edge when you align a guy out this wide. And you can't align a guy out this wide unless you know he's explosive enough to close that line. To close that line before that tackle can get out there in his jump set. And then the pressure pushes him up into Murphy. Murphy can't quite get it. Hall stays active, gets up, gets him down. But he does create this initial pressure here off the gate. And that wide 12 is what's allowing it to kind of happen. That's definitely, you would not see this technique before, how far he is out. That's extra wide right there. That's a double wide technique right there. But he's got some quickness to him. He's not just pure power. There's some athleticism, there's a little bit of quickness there, enough so that he can counterbalance off the power that you can't just torque up for the power if you're a tackle and just be like, that's all I got to handle today. He can give you a little bit of something else. But for me, I thought he was your underrated hero of the week here because of the fact that he did play a lot of this game, and then he is a guy that we need to fill into that role and spot. He's got to be that guy for this team. You saw last year when Uchenna Nwosu went down, and you only had Boye Mafe there, and you tried Frank Clark, and you tried this kid, you tried Darrell Taylor. You tried just about everybody there, to the point that you had to flex Draymond Jones out there and have him playing out there. And I think ideally the Hawks wouldn't want to have to do that if they didn't have to, but they did so because they didn't feel like they could trust the guys out there to get it done of some of these young guys, like Hall. Hall's got in his game, though. At Auburn, he was able to do it really well, so I expect it to come forward this season, and it's good to hear that he, in addition to a variety of other young players on this roster so far in training camp, have seemingly taken some big-time steps forward in their development.